Doing sports talk worldwide with some basketball news. I'm a little late to the party, so I'm sure you know it already, right? Memphis Grizzlies beat Golden State Warriors in overtime, right? Now, when Golden State Warriors lose, it's news. It is. You guys know I predicted that they won't win over 62 games. And like I say all the time, I'm looking like an idiot, right? But I just figured there were going to be some issues because there's one ball and there's about three or four guys that need it, right? Clay Thompson, not so really, he comes off picks. But those other two guys, they need that ball, and you saw it at the end of this game. Now, them losing in fourth quarters and in overtime, excuse me, it wouldn't be a bad thing normally. But you're leading by 20 points at the beginning of the fourth quarter, right? Down towards the end of that game, you saw what I think is going to be an issue. Every shot they're taking, because they make so many, are three pointers. There's nothing else. Three pointers. Matter of fact, they even went away from the high pick and roll to penetrate and kick three pointers. They just took them off the dribble, three pointers, right? My man Durant and Curry couldn't even decide who was going to have the ball at the end of the game. Now, everybody on my team, because I said a lot of times in training, you're going to see it at the end. When it's 7 seconds to go in the game, who is supposed to get the ball? They're going to be tugging at the ball. Who's supposed to get it? Because both of these guys know that they shoot like gods. They know that they can finish. They know that they can get their shot off the dribble, right? So that's going to be an issue. Now, Draymond Green, right, who complains about calls a lot, who can't seem to get himself under control, right? But from a fan standpoint, this guy's in my top 10 players in the whole league, right? Even though he doesn't score much. But that's me. I've been watching a long time, and I know what I like. I don't just like scores. It has to be a something total about your game that I like. But he's in my top 10. But from a coach, from a trainer's standpoint, he would be in my top 5. You want a guy like that on your team, a selfless guy that plays defense at an extremely high level. And without you as a trainer or coach having to check the players, you got somebody on the floor that's checking the players, right? Draymond Green says our offense in the fourth quarter is atrocious, right? Now he says you don't notice it unless they lose. So he said I'm thrilled that we lost because we will start correcting these things. We are trying to win a championship here. Regular season games are fine and good, but we are trying to win a championship here. That's not going to happen if they continue to play like that in the fourth quarter. Now, Memphis beating Golden State, for me personally, is good for the NBA, for the whole NBA, because people all over the world try to do what the NBA is doing. They try to emulate the NBA, forgetting that these guys are in the gym maybe at 4, 5, 6 hours a day, 6 times a week, right? So everyone else who's in the gym twice a week, you're not shooting threes on that kind of clip. First of all, those are the best shooters in the history of the game, and you're not going to shoot that high. So you have to continue to try to get high percentage shots, right? So that's the difference. But these guys are shooting threes. You know, you got 3-on-1 fast break. People are going to the 3-point line nowadays. It's ridiculous. Then don't get me started to rant about it, but you can't even defend the threes. So it looks like a game of horse to me. But that's me. I will always, when I talk about NBA, I will put the little link to my video about the defenders of the NBA. We feel with you because it is just almost impossible to defend under these rules and regulations that they have installed. It's ridiculous almost. But like I said, I still love the NBA. But back to this game, Memphis seems to become an opponent that seems to have the number of Golden State because Golden State in this game they did everything. You know, they had 40 from Steph Curry, right? Had a double double, a high one. I'm not sure what Kevin Durant scored. I stopped looking when he had about 25 and 11. So you know he had a double double there, and Draymond does what he does. So they didn't have a bad game, right? And still lost it. So this one is going to sit with them. It's going to go into their conscience, and that's good, right? That's good, so they can start working on things. That's the thing, right? Because like I said, they didn't really play that bad, right? And they still lost that game. That is not supposed to happen to Golden State. But for us Basketball fans, basketball fans, it's not a bad thing. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.